Hello, my name is Antonio Martinez and I belong to the Camille Research Group from the Department of Applied Linguistics at the Universidad Politècnica de València. Through this presentation, we are going to tell you about the Cambridge First Certificate in English examination speaking paper 5, and we are going to focus on parts 3 and 4. Here we have a list with the requirements students or candidates should fulfill when facing this part of the official examination. They should interact as much as possible by exchanging ideas, expressing and justifying opinions, expressing agreement or disagreement by suggesting, speculating, evaluating, and trying to reach a decision through negotiation. Let's focus on part 3. This part is called collaborative task, and it lasts 3 minutes. In this part, candidates are provided with a set of pictures that they have to use as visual prompts. What they have to do is to talk to their classmates, to their partners, and try to reach a conclusion together with her or him. The important thing here is interaction that takes place, and not the fact of getting a common and real agreement. The figure of the interlocutor is really important in this part, as he or she is the person who will outline a situation or the task that you have to do. Then you and your partner will have to discuss on that, and you'll be given some pictures to base your discussion on. It's very important that you pay a lot of attention to what the interlocutor says, and to listen very carefully to their instructions. If you have any doubt or any question, please do not hesitate to ask them, because they will be pleased to repeat or to give you extra pieces of information. Your task will be to describe the pictures and to talk for 3 minutes, so you need to discuss at least some of the aspects in detail. You don't have to agree with your partner at the moment of coming to a conclusion together. It's something you are supposed to do, but it's not compulsory. And we recommend you to respond to what your partner says and to ask him or her questions. What you shouldn't do is not to try to dominate the situation or to interrupt your partner in an abrupt way. Please don't do it, because that could be dangerous when trying to speak in this part. Here we have some of the images, some of the pictures that could be provided to you. So imagine you are given them, and I am sure that there are many things coming to your mind just by looking at them. Maybe the topic that is shared by them, the links you can detect, the differences and contrasts among them, some general features related to the shopping activity, some similarities and differences that you can find out when comparing these scenes with your usual or domestic marketplaces or shopping areas, or maybe some specific eye-catching details. This is a summary, so you have to pay attention to the topic, to the differences and contrasts, to the similarities, and to the general features, and of course, finally, to the specific eye-catching details that you can find. Let's move on forward to part 4. This part is called discussion. And here, candidates have to give more information on the topics related to part 3. That's why they have to discuss and to answer questions that could extend the topic of part of the previous part, as I said. You will also have to answer the interlocutor's questions. Now we present an activity that could be very helpful for you when preparing for this part of the official examination. It is a role play. Here you have to imagine that you are the interlocutor and that you are telling the candidates what to do. So imagine that. If you are not very imaginative today, I can show you something you can say. For example, I'd like you to talk about something together for about 3 minutes. I'd like you to imagine that you are planning to start a small business or to open a shop. Think about several things that could help you run your business effectively. Or you could also say, Would you like to run a business in places like the ones shown through these pictures? First, talk to each other about the benefits or disadvantages of being a shopkeeper in all these scenarios. Then decide which the ideal place to open a shop or to start commercial activity is. Here we have also a list of questions you could ask. What sort of things would you like to sell? How important is previous planning when starting a business? How would you get clients' attention? How could you expand your business in the future? Do you prefer street markets or shopping malls? What would you choose either as a client or as a shopkeeper? Now, after asking all those questions, what you have to do is to try to answer them. Here, you could provide extra information by maybe considering where, why, how that situation took place, or something like that. When you are supposed to be talking about something you don't like, the important thing is to go on and to say why. And it's better, of course, if you try to get some positive aspects from that and you give some positive comments. And that's all. I hope this presentation is helpful, and if you have any question, please do not hesitate to ask us. Thank you very much.